Welcome to Winging It. We're playing Arkham Horror, the card game. This is the Dream Eaters campaign, starting a very brand new campaign. This is the scenario Beyond the Gates of Sleep. And I encourage you not to watch this if you have not played the scenario yet. But if we're forging ahead, I'll just give you a little bit of background about what's going on here. We have two teams of investigators. One that has gone into a dream sleep to try and investigate some stories that they've heard about a man who has been reporting these dreams, and a bunch of other people who have been reporting the same dreams. And then there's another group of investigators who are watching them and staying away from the sleep to try and keep them safe. So our two investigators that are staying out of the sleep are Mandy and Tony, and we will see them next time. But this is Luke and Tommy. We have some nice little miniatures that just got finished painting just very recently. This is Tommy, which is really nice. He got his motorbike, and you might be wondering why he has a motorbike in the dream sleep. And if we've learned anything from watching The Matrix, is that when you dream, you get to make yourself look cool. So he's got his cool motorbike. And then here we have Luke. So decks are described or gone over in detail. The prologue to this allows each of these investigators, based on the class or attributes, to have some special things to start off with. And Tommy, as a guardian, gets to put a guardian asset into play, paying the cost. So he's going to do Beat Cop. And the reason that I'm doing Beat Cop, it gives him some soak, which is good. It also boosts his stat. Now, I've played this scenario through a couple of times already. So I am going into some foreknowledge, and I do know that there's some parlay checks that they're going to have to beat. So having some static boosts will be very good for them. So hence the reason I got Beat Cop. And Luke has gone ahead and gotten David Renfield. Really good in this scenario. It'll give him the willpower boost to help beat that willpower check. And also he can create monster resources because of the high doom threshold. So anyway, let's go ahead and we'll drop opening hands, and then we'll take a look at the act and agenda. So we're drawing 5 cards for Tommy. We definitely want the leather coat because we want to be able to soak some damage. The vicious blow we don't need. The steadfast we definitely want to keep because that will help with the parlay. We get to replace rookie mistake right away. So we get a Thompson that will eventually give us a way to fight. I'm not sure that we need 2 leather coats. And I guess we'll keep the Thompson. And we'll get rid of the vicious blow. And then we will have or do we want to go for another soak? I think we're okay. Alright. So we picked up Solemn Vow and Something Worth Fighting For. So the main thing is whether or not we can get 6 resources by the time we actually want to get that Thompson into play. So another thing about this is that there is no encounter deck at the beginning. So we're not going to worry about enemies. Okay, we are looking for like a 6th sense or a way to investigate here. Also, willpower boost will be good. We don't need barricade. We can detach from reality. Throw that away. We'll get a rosary. Okay, well, so the rosary is nice. We get the rosary out, then we'll be able to do the parlay. I'm not too worried about. Definitely will replace barricade. I'm inclined to keep deny existence and drawn to the flame. So we'll go ahead and just replace the 1 card, the barricade, with another barricade. So. Alright, let's take a look at the agenda here. Journey through the gates. From your initial dream, you have been drawn into a familiar dreamscape, the same one that Virgil Gray traversed in his story in Tales from Nevermore. Is this real? Or is your mind simply conjuring what it expects to see? Forced. When doom is placed on this agenda during the Mythos phase, if an investigator is at a steps location, place one additional doom on this agenda. So, spoiler, everything that they're going to be at right now is steps. So we're putting 2 doom on the threshold every turn. And we don't have to deal with an encounter deck, so that's a thing. Alright. Entering the dreamlands. The door leading out of your initial dream takes you to a stone staircase. Thousands of different stairways join together here, forming an incomprehensible nexus of steps where worlds and stories join together. Where the stairs meet, they form a single spiraling pathway to sink deeper into the land of dreams. Do not draw cards from the encounter deck during the Mythos phase. Objective: if an investigator enters the caverns of flame, immediately advance. So, we have 2 locations. We have the 70 steps, which is we're on. We can go ahead and reveal that. You are no longer in your own world. That is true. It is 1 shroud. 2 clue location. When you leave the 70 steps, take 1 horror for each card in your hand, in excess of 5. Choose and discard 1 card from your hand as a free action. So you can discard to avoid the horror if you would like. So that's where they're at. 2 clues. And let's go ahead and look at the Caverns of Flame, because this is where we need to get to in order to advance. It says you cannot enter the Caverns of Flame unless all of the clues in the 70 steps have been discovered. So we got to get those 2 clues. But with 1 shroud, it's not too much of a big deal. We'll also just go look at the tokens. So there are 2 tablet tokens, which is -2 if you fail in this attack or evasion attempt against a swarming enemy. Add 1 swarm card to it. There's no swarming enemies now, so that's fine. And the cultist is the number of revealed enchanted woods locations, which is 0. So being up by 2 is pretty good for us. There are no skulls yet, although we will get skulls added soon. Alright, so what are we going to do? Well, Tommy definitely wants to get down his leather coat. Maybe we go in next turn? Let's see, I think, yeah. Then we can put something worth fighting for to get some horror healing. And put a solemn vow. Go ahead and throw the solemn vow onto Luke. Alright. Luke can investigate, and put down. I'll probably just go ahead and spend 2 resources. Well, first of all, he's going to tap David Renfield. And put a doom on David Renfield. And that will give him a resource. And then he'll spend 2 resources to put the Holy Rosary into play. I should have put some charges on the gate box. Okay. So that was action 1. Action 2, he's going to investigate at 3v1. Pretty good. Okay, that is the number of revealed enchanted wood locations, which is 0. He gets a clue. And he will investigate again. Zero means another clue. Alright, so I wonder if Tommy just goes in there, because I think he can beat one of the checks. I don't think he can beat the other check, though. He wants to get the leather coat. Move, parlay, leather coat. Sounds good. Alright, so Tommy will put down the leather coat. And he is going to move into the Cavern of Flame for a second action. So we'll take a look at this. It's a 9-shroud, 0-clue location. At the end of the Mythos phase, each investigator of the Cavern of Flame takes 1 damage. Hence the leather coat. Let's advance the act. At the center of the cavern is a pillar of flame, flanked by 2 robed, bearded men. You recognize this scene from the writings of Virgil Gray. The priest, the cavern, it's all just as he described. Either you have ventured into this same dreamscape, or you are sharing in his delusions. You must be tested, one of the priests says enigmatically. Your ordeal will be great, and thus, so too will be your trial. Each investigator loses all their clues. All right. I didn't need those clues anyway. But to set aside Nasht and Common Thaw enemies into play in the Cavern of Flame, your slumber grows deeper. Add 1 skull token to the Chaos Bag for the remainder of the campaign. So I will do that. We didn't really think we were going to not have skulls, did we? Alright, so let's take a look at these 2 guys. Nasht is aloof retaliate. He's got a parlay test of fight or agility, which is 2, but it gets +2 difficulty because 2 investigators to prove that you are worthy. After you defeat him, flip him over and resolve his text on the other side. So either you can parlay or you can fight him. He's a 2/3/2. And this Common Thaw guy is the same. It's just he's willpower or intellect. So the idea will be Tommy will beat the fight test, and then Luke can come in and do the willpower test. All right, so we went in. It was 1 action to play the leather coat, 2nd action to move. 3rd action, we are going at 5v4. We will commit steadfast to be 8v4. -4. Well, I am glad that we boosted, because he attacks you if you fail. Alright, so we get to go ahead and flip him over. Okay, we parlayed with him. Your quest will lead to death, the priest foretells. Prove that you can survive what is to come, and I shall let you pass. Show me your weapon. You open your hand and reveal the first weapon that comes to your mind. Nash slaps it out of your hand. That is not a weapon. Show me your true weapon. You think for a moment. What weapon could this guardian possibly be referring to? What weapon could help you survive in a place like this? Then the answer hits you, plain as day. You point to your temple, and Nash nods. Very well. Add this card to the victory display. So, we'll put it in the victory display. Alright, we're making progress. So that was the end. We took our 3 actions. So now it's time for upkeep. Get another 45 Thompson. And seriously, no good way to play it. Luke will get a Mr. Rook. Pretty useless until we are ready to get rid of David Renfield. Put the gate box. Let's see up here. Alright. We don't put Doom on the agenda. Or, sorry, we do put Doom. We put 2 Doom on the agenda. But we do not draw a card. Now, Tommy will take a damage. Because of the forced effect there. I will note it. I didn't say it earlier, but Luke has 2 horror because of his 2 arcane researches. Alright, so what are we going to do now? I think Luke comes in and does the parlay. That makes the most sense. Alright. So, Luke. Oh, first thing he'll do is tap David Renfield, put 2 Doom on him, and get 2 resources. Action 1 moves in. Action 2 will parlay. We are at 6 because we get 1 for Holy Rosary, 1 for David. And 2 up is good. Even if we get attacked, it's okay. That is a -2. So we can add this guy. Flip him over. Create parlay. Your mind is strong, the Guardian admits. But are you ready to shed your concept of truth? Of reality? If so, alter your clothing. You have test out of confusion. This is a land of wills, the priest continues. If your resolve is truly strong enough, prove it to me. You close your eyes and imagine a different outfit. Strain to recall its texture, its color, its smell. Each and every thread of fabric. When you open your eyes, you are wearing it. Good, Kamantha says, stepping aside. Add this card to the victory display. All right. Well, I don't have another miniature, so we're still going to be wearing the same outfit. All right, now we've parlayed both of them. So, let's see what we've got. Satisfied that you are worthy to enter the dreamlands, the priests step aside to let you pass, and the gate beyond opens. Before you step through, one of them grabs you by the wrist and gives you a final warning. Your journey shall take you beyond the land of the gods. The eye of chaos is upon you now. Follow the path and you shall be safe. But beware, he tightens his grip. Stray not from the path. Each investigator loses all of their clues. Well, we didn't have any clues. But to set aside 700 steps, base of the steps, and enchanted path locations into play, your slumber grows deeper. Add 1 skull token to the chaos bag for the remainder of the campaign. Okay. Let's go grab this skull token. And we will look at the next act. Okay, do not draw cards from the encounter deck during the Mythos phase. If each investigator is at the enchanted path, immediately advance. So let's figure out. Let's get these guys into play. So we have the 700 steps. We have the base of the steps. We have the enchanted path. Alright, so we moved into the Cavern of Flame. We parlayed, now we're moving into the 700 steps. Alright, this is a 2-clue, 2-shroud location. Forced, when you leave the 700 steps, take 1 horror for each card in your hand in excess of 3. And then you can take a free action to choose and discard 1 card from your hand. Alright, so what can we do here? Alright, well that was all of our actions. Tommy will move in. Okay, he can investigate at 3v2. So Luke will commit a barricade to this. Start by 2. Well, that is an auto-fail. So much for that. I think for our next action, we will go ahead and just play Solemn Vow and put it on Luke. Alright, so not too bad. Alright, so cards and resources. Tommy will take the initiative. I'll be Nice for investigating potentially. He's at 3 resources. Halfway there to being able to play our gun. Luke with a 6th sense. Brilliant. Okay. Now we can kick into high gear. Alright. We are at 4 doom. So we don't really... I think, yeah, we'll play the something worth fighting for to move out of here. I think makes the most sense, yeah. Kind of hate to do it because I don't have money for the Thompson, but it's what it is. Actually, we want to jettison some cards. So, I'm actually going to have Tommy go first and play Take the Initiative. He's going at 6v2. It's -1. So he gets a clue. I'm going to spend 3 resources to play something worth fighting for. And I'll avoid some horror going into this next. Okay, and then we will investigate. And Luke will commit unexpected courage to this. Alright, so that is a pass because we were at 5v2. So we've got the clues we need. We don't have any actions to move in, but it's good enough. Luke is going to go ahead and use the Solemn Vow. He can exhaust it to take horror off of him and put it onto something worth fighting for. So Luke's first action, he's going to move into the base of the steps. So you take 1 horror for each card in your hand in excess of 3, which is 1 card. So we'll put that on something worth fighting for. And then we'll look at the base of the steps. Okay. After you enter the base of the steps, if you have at least 1 card in your hand, test Willpower X. X is the number of cards in your hand after committing cards to this test. If you fail, for each card in your hand, you must either take 1 horror or discard that card. Okay, so we have a deny existence in case we fail this. But we're probably in okay shape, I think. Because we are at 6v... How many cards in our hand? 6v4, so we're up by 2. It's probably okay. And then, I forgot, but I'm going to go ahead and put a doom on Renfield. And tap him to get 3 resources. Okay. So we have taken 1 action. Well, we still got to take this test for this first action. So we're going at 6v4. -1, we pass, so we don't have to discard cards or lose anything. Okay, so this is a 3 shroud, 2 clue location, and we will spend 3 resources to put 6 sense into play. And we will, for our third action, investigate. We are at 6v3, up by 3. Number of cards in your hand, half the number rounded up. So we have, which is, okay, 3. So half is 1, rounded up is 2. So we go down by 2. We're at 6v3, so we get the clue. And we could have actually gotten it from a connecting location, but there is no connecting location. Alright, so pretty decent turn there. Hands up keep. Tommy will get a vicious blow and a resource. So I'm planning to pop something worth fighting for and get the resources right back. It's just that, we soaked a lot of horror being able to do that. So Luke will get a crack the case. Oh, that's perfect, actually, because Tommy can get resources. Except that Tommy won't be at the location. Yeah, okay, whatever. I'll think about this. So up to 6 resources. Alright, we put 2 more doom. Because we want to be able to advance through this right away. Is there any way for Tommy to get the clues from that location? I don't think so. Because he'd be going at 3v3. We don't want to just stay there, so it's alright. I'll just have to save up some resources. It's fine. Okay. So Luke will go first. And he will investigate 6v3. Before I forget, we'll just leave David Renfield at 3. I could go up to 4, honestly, but I'm not planning on having him out there forever. But 3 resources is fine. We're up to 9 resources, fine. Okay, now we're investigating 6v3. Okay, that's -2. We do not fail. So we get this clue. That's action. And we could crack the case, but we really want to crack the case to give it to Tommy. Action 1. So action 2, move into the enchanted path. Okay. So this is 2 shrouds, 0 clues. The enchanted path is connected to each enchanted woods locations, which we don't have in play. And the enchanted path gets +1 shroud for each unrevealed enchanted wood location in play. Take 3 actions. You do as you were told, but you feel as though you're missing something. Place 1 doom on the enchanted path from the token pool. Spoiler, we're not going to be doing that. Okay, so we have one last action. What do we do? Neither of his weaknesses are particularly a big deal if we draw on the last action, so we'll just go ahead and draw a card. We get a barricade. Alright. Tommy will move into the base of the steps, taking a horror on something worth fighting for, which gives us 3 resources because it pops. Actually, no, we don't take a horror on something worth fighting for. Just kidding. Because this is in excess of 3, and we have 3 cards in our hand. Alright, but now we've got to test willpower, and we're going at 3v3. What is it? If you have at least 1 card in your hand, test. If you fail, for each card, okay. So we want to keep one of the Thompsons and one of the vicious blows. So that's fine. Actually, I'd prefer to keep both of them. I don't know if that's realistic. Alright, so half the number of your cards in your hand rounded up. Well, we failed because we were going at 3v3. So we now pop the something worth fighting for, which gives us 3 resources. And then I think, are we willing to lose a Thompson? I think we are. We'll lose a Thompson and then we'll put a horror on the beat cop. His weakness is going to come and just get rid of everything for us, but Alright. He will move here, and for his last action, he's going to take a resource, and then he can get the Thompson out next turn. So, pretty okay shape. Alright, so upkeep. Oh, wait. We can advance. When you reach the base of the stairway, you find yourself in an otherworldly dark forest. The forest floor is thick with countless years of fallen leaves, and you are surrounded by glowing fungi of all shapes and sorts. The soil is pierced with gnarled roots, and the trees are strangled by invasive vines. A winding dirt path leads deeper into the woods. Each investigator loses all their clues. Alright. Your slumber goes deeper. Add 1 skull token into the chaos bag for the remainder of the campaign. Now we kind of want to keep tiny hands, which means why did I draw a big card? I don't know. But anyway. Remove each step. Okay. Remove each step's location from the game. Randomly choose 6 set aside enchanted woods locations to put into play. Remove the other copy from the game. Shuffle all of the remaining set aside scenario cards, except for Laboring Gug and Randolph Carter, to form the encounter deck. From now on, investigators draw counters from the encounter deck like normal. Okay. So, I'll be back in a second. I will get this all set up. Okay, we are all set up and ready to go. Let's read the next act. So the final act? Yes. Act 4A. All you have to do is stay on the path. Force. After the first time any investigator enters an enchanted woods location, record in your campaign log, the dreamer strayed from the path. That will happen. Only investigators at the enchanted path may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance, which is 10 clues. But we're going to try to get as many victory points as we can. Okay, so that is it. We are now in upkeep. So, we get an on the hunt. And we're at 6 resources. Luke will get Storm of Spirits. And he's at 10 resources. Okay. Now we're going to start drawing encounters. So we are actually at, including David Renfield, who I should have been, we're at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of 19 Doom. And Tommy gets Dreamer's Curse. Test 5 willpower. For each point you fail by, take 1 damage to a maximum of 3 damage. Whoever's accounting icons committed. Okay, interesting. So we're at 3v5. I don't know how much we care about this. There's not a lot of hunters, so I don't know that barricade hurts too much. So, okay. So intellect fight gives you 1. So barricade would give us 1, 2, 3, 4 icons for his 3. So it gets to 3. We get 7. Yeah. Okay. So barricade seems like a good thing to commit because the willpower icon counts for 2. The intellect and the agility count for 1 each, so that's 4. So that puts him at 7, v5. Nice one, he passes. Nice. And then Luke, Deeper Slumber. Your maximum hand size reduced by 3. That's checked each time you draw 1 or more encounter cards. Okay. Take 2 actions to clear that. It's probably not a big deal. Alright, so yeah. Tommy's just going to clear that for him. So, Tommy will spend his first action, spending 6 resources, to put the Thompson into play. With 5 ammo. And then I'll spend 2 actions to clear this deeper slumber. Alright, we will tap Renfield to get 3 resources. Then we're going to move off the path. Oh no! We'll move over here. It's the Enchanted Woods. This is the Village of the Zoogs. Force after Zoog enemy with swarming X keyword spawns at this location, add 1 additional swarm to it. Okay. And there are 2 clues, 3 shroud, victory point 2. Hey, that's nice. Let's get that and get out of here. So we moved in for our first action, right? That was our first action. Because David Renfield is a free action. So we are just going to investigate at 6v3. Okay, it's -2. Let me get the clue. Here we go again. -2. We got the clue. Alright. Good deal. It's time for upkeep. Tommy gets a guard dog and a resource. Luke will get shortcut and a resource. Alright, this puts us at 8, 9, 10, 11. Doom. Tommy will obscuring fog. Okay. Thank you, encounter deck. And okay. Prismatic phenomenon. Revelation. When you're playing a threat area, the first time you perform one of the following actions, draw a resource. Play each round. It costs 1 additional action. After you successfully investigate a location, instead of discovering clues, discard this. Okay. Well, we'll just investigate where we're at to get rid of that. But first, we'll tap David Renfield to get 3 resources. $6v3. Okay, number of revealed Enchanted Woods locations is 1. Cleared this. Let's see. I could shortcut, and might as well just go ahead and play it, because we want to keep our hand size down. So we're going to play shortcut, and we're going to play it as if we were at this location, and then we can move into another location. So that's a free action. We have 2 actions left. We open up this, which is the stone trap door. While you're investigating this location, it gets +1 shroud for each card in your hand. And there are 2 clues. Okay. Well, that's not great. He has lots of cards in his hand. Could draw into the flame this, or we could just open up another location and pick up clues from that. Let's see, the shroud is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think just to keep going, we'll just go ahead and play Drawn to the Flame. So we'll draw an encounter card. Oh, Stealthy Zoog. Okay. So it's engaged the investigator location with the lowest agility, which he's the only one there. It's alert and swarming 1. So swarming 1 means that we take a card, and this becomes off of Luke's deck, and this becomes, and it's engaged with him actually. This doesn't have a hunter, so we can actually just leave it here because we just got these 2 clues. from there. So this is when we can do a free trigger off of gate box and put his dream gate into play. And he'll disengage from these guys, leaving him there, and go to his dream gate. And what will we do? We could have played Crack the Case for resources, but we don't really need resources. There's no point in that. So, what will we do for our last action? I guess we'll draw a card, even though it makes the skulls difficult. He'll draw, and he gets another Storm of Spirits. Okay, nice. Okay, so Tommy is going to explore, I think. I've already gotten 2 of these locations cleared. So, Tommy will move in to the Enchanted Woods. This is the Fungal Forest. When your turn begins, if you're at this location, if you reveal one of those tokens, a spooky token, take 1 damage and lose 1 action. Well, we don't want to stay here and do that. I haven't been checking how these things are necessarily connected. I should have been. So this is connected up to that one. So let's put a connector there. This one is not connected to either one of those. All right. So Tommy does not want to stay there. He's going to move back to the Enchanted Path. I think for our last action, he'll take a resource just so we are ready for whatever. Any of our big assets if we get them. Okay, cool. Alright, so the end of this, Luke is going to get, he has to go back, he'll choose the Enchanted Path. So the good thing is, if he can get items off this location by investigating other locations. So we're doing okay. Alright, Renfield readies. We're going to draw a card and a resource. Tommy will take the initiative. Nice. And he's up to 3 resources. Luke will get a Rite of Seeking, which is probably worth playing. Except that we actually want to get the, in order to get items off that location, we probably want to get the spooky tokens. Although those are going to be harder and harder to handle. Okay. So we are now at 12 of 19 Doom. And Tommy will draw a Stealthy Zoo. Okay. So grab one of these. And that's engage with him. This one is not. We'll just put it down here. But this is absolutely engaged with him. Okay. And then Crawling Mist. Okay. So this is Hunter. Massive Victory 1. Difficulty for you to attack or attempt to evade by 1 for each card in your hand with an encounter card back. So hidden cards, which we don't have. Alrighty then. Huh. And so it's massive. Okay. This is not too bad. That's our location. So we're just going to take a little bit of time to fight, I think. I'd like to play a Storm of Spirits because I could do a ton of damage. But we don't really have that option. Alright, so Tommy will go first. He will use the Thompson against the Crawling Mist. And he will commit take the initiative. So does that retaliate? Actually, is there any reason to play take the initiative? We're at 4, 5, 6, 7. We're at 7. We're up by 4. So yeah, we're beating everything but We'll commit the vicious blow, though. Alright. So, that's actually 8v3. -1. It takes 3 damage. Okay, we're attacking again with the Thompson. -3. Elder Sign. What can we do with that? We could move things around. But we don't have anything to move around. I thought I took a horror, but I guess I discarded, yeah, the Thompson. Okay. But anyway, so into the victory display goes the Crawling Mist. Then 5 damage to it, so victory points are good. Happy with that. And then we will shoot the Zoogs. We're at 71. -4. Alright, so you can kill both of them because damage overflows on swarming enemies. So that's nice. Okay, so good deal. Now it's Luke's turn. Luke will move into this Enchanted Woods. This is a mystical forest. It's a forest route to a clue location. At an additional cost for you to leave this location, you must choose and discard 1 card from your hand for each clue on this location. So we just want to get the clues before we leave. That is fine. The thing is, we're up. Oh, we'll tap him to get 3 resources, which is kind of silly at this point, but whatever. So we're at 6v4 with, which is not great. Let's see, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in our hand. So we want to beat through 3, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4. So we really want to be 4 up. I don't really want to commit Mr. Rook to this. Do we want to commit our Storm of Spirits, though? Maybe 3 up is okay. Alright, we'll commit 1 Storm of Spirit to this. So that's 7v4, up by 3. It's +1. We got the clue. I don't really want to commit my other Storm of Spirits to this. What could we commit? Is it crazy to commit Mr. Rook? It's probably not. I'm going to go ahead and commit Mr. Rook. Again, up by 3. Tablet, -2. So we can pick this location instead. Get the clue. I didn't check to see if these were connected. They are actually connected, so that's nice. Which is important, because actually if they were not connected, I couldn't have done that. I forgot that this is not the upgraded 6th Sense, so it's only a revealed location connected. But they are connected, so it's okay. Alright, Tommy will get Rookie Mistake. So we lose the leather coat and the beat cop. Goes into our discard pile. And we get a resource, so at least we can put out our guard dog. And then Luke will get Shortcut. Interesting. And a resource. We're at 13 of 19 doom. Okay, Surge. Each investigator in an enchanted location takes test 3 willpower. Each investigator fails must lose 1 action and take 1 horror. Okay, well. So, we're at 6v3. Out here for Luke. I feel like I'm going to regret committing that Mr. Rook. -1, he passes. Okay. Tommy draws from the Surge another obscuring fog. Limit 1 per location. So there's already obscuring fog there. That blanks. Nice. And then Luke will get Ancient Zoog at any ancient enchanted woods. Luke, if at the start of the enemy phase Ancient Zoog is ready, adds 1 swarm card to each swarming Zoog enemy in play. Okay, so we'll put it here. I think I want Tommy to go first. He'll spend 3 resources to play guard dog. He can move into this location. As a loop. Let's see. This is Enchanted Woods. After you reveal this location, if you do not leave this location before the end of the round, place 1 doom on the current agenda. There are 2 clues here. Okay. He will move back out of here. Alright. So that changes things a little bit. Is this connected? It's not. It's just okay. Tap David to get obscene more resources. We're just gonna investigate up by 2 at this Enchanted Woods location. We're at. -3, so we do not get the clue. I hate to leave it, but do we care about that Ancient Zoo making more? I guess we don't. We're actually going to commit the shortcut to go up by 3, investigating. -2, of course. We get the clue. And then we'll move here. Okay, so we have to add to this guy. And then we will get a card, Enchanted Blade, and a resource. Luke. Another 6 cents. And a resource. Okay, we're at 14 of 19 doom. And Tommy will get the Inconspicuous Zoog. At any connecting location, it's a hunter swarming 2. Huh. Okay. And swarming 2 means he gets 2 of these. So we'll put him here. Oh, so I didn't read his whole thing, but it says when Inconspicuous Zoog is defeated, cancel all excess damage and move any of its remaining swarm host cards to a connecting location exhausted. Okay, and then Luke It's Lost in the Woods. Nobody's at an Enchanted Woods location, so we don't have to do that. And it surges into Dreamlands Eclipse. Okay, when you... okay, so this is when you initiate an investigation. You must either take 1 horror, or the location gets +2 shroud for this investigation. Okay. Cool. And then we're going to discard it at the end of the round. Okay, so Luke is going to spend 3 resources to play Storm of Spirits at that location. Okay, so we're doing it as if we were there and engaged at every location, and every enemy at this location. But we will attack this inconspicuous Zug. But it's going to do 2 damage to everything. So it'll wipe out. It's not a matter of doing 2 damage to this guy that overkilled. It'll kill everything there except for it'll leave 1 damage left on this ancient Zug. So that's nice. Okay, so we are at... we'll tap David to get our 3 resources. We're at 6. 6v2. So we're up by 4. And there are how many revealed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll commit a deny existence to be up by 5. So we really want to land this. +1. Alright, so that kills. Does 2 damage to him. He's dead. 2 damage to each of these. I'm assuming... oh, it's supposed to go under his deck, but I guess we'll never know. I shouldn't have shuffled it back in. Forgot the mechanic. But since we don't know what they are, it doesn't matter. Alright, and then 2 damage to this. I hope that I did... that is the way correct against the swarm enemies. So, that might be wrong. But I'm pretty sure, because there's 2 damage to... it says... does 2 damage to each enemy at your location. So it's 2 damage to each enemy. Okay. So probably Tommy can go in and take care of that ancient Zug. So we've got we're gonna go ahead and spend 4 resources to put Ray of Seeking into play. Just so we've got it. Ready to go, and then we will move into this location, which is either going to spawn an elite or it'll be something else. Okay. The Moon Tree. After you enter this location, you must either take 2 horror or lose all of your remaining actions. Okay, so we have no actions to lose, and so we have to take the horror, which is not a big deal. And that happens to be connected to it's connected to this and it's connected to that. Alright, so we didn't get the one with the elite. Alright, and there are 2 clues there, and it's a victory point 2. So that's cool. We are investigating. We'll use Right of Seeking. Oh, wait. Well, yeah, we lost... we took 2 horror because that was our last action, right? Yeah. But we can get it next time. Okay, so we can go in and kill the Ancient Zug. I think that makes sense. Move in, engage. And there are still 2 clues there, which I have no idea how to get. Yeah. Alright. So, Tommy will move in. He'll take an action to engage the Ancient Zug. We only have to do 1 damage to it. We could punch it. Sure. Or we can just take an attack of opportunity. Kill it with the guard dog. We'll draw a card. Which we get a lucky, but we kill him with the attack of opportunity. We'll take a horror. And we'll put a damage on the guard dog. Alright, so here we are. Tommy will draw Becky. Not that useful right now. Resources. Luke will draw Shriveling. He's set to fight. Resource. Okay. Are we getting to the point where we might need to kill David? We're at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 of 19. Ah, we still got 4 turns. What could go wrong? Alright. Oh, and then this goes away. We didn't investigate, so I'm glad I'd actually forgotten about that. Okay, so this is a hidden card. Goes into Tommy's hand. Discard a player card with an even number of total skill icons from your hand. Discard this card from your hand. Cannot commit cards to skill tests with an odd number of total skill icons. Okay. So I'll just put this. Yeah, I'll just keep it in his hand. And then, what's this? Shuffling. Okay. Secretly add this. You cannot play cards or trigger abilities on player cards with odd printed resource costs. Discard a player card with an even printed resource cost from your hand. Okay. Well, let's see. Tommy can take the initiative to get one of those. What is this thing that's blocking him from doing is with an odd number of skill icons. Let's see. An even number of skill icons. You discard on the hunt, which isn't doing me a lot of good, but I was thinking I might need on the hunt if I get a scene of the crime. I think I'm just gonna draw for like a scene of the crime. So Tommy will draw a card. An enchanted blade. That's 1. He'll draw a card. Vicious blow. And then he will discard on the hunt to get rid of this secret card, this hidden card from his hand. That was a no good turn. Also, look what I found. I mean, we have clue stuff in this deck. Okay. So we can just discard Crack the Case to get rid of this one because 0 is an even number. We can Rite of Seeking. We'll tap David. 3 resources. We will Rite of Seeking. We're at 6v3 on Rite of Seeking. Taking a charge to set Rite of Seeking. Okay, -2 if you fail. We do not fail. It does end our turn, but we still get these 2 clues, so it worked out well enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we just need. How do we have an odd number of clues? Oh, because yeah, we just want all the victory points though. Okay, so that is both of their turns. Okay, self-centered. Okay, he can't commit to anything. Let's help out Luke. Luke gets Holy Rosary. Okay. (16 of 19 doom). He gets Somnophobia. Test 5. For each point you feel like 1 horror to a maximum of 3 horror. Okay. So what are we going to commit to this? Take the initiative. It's 2 matching icons. Yeah, so this will give me 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're at 9v5. Each point you feel like 1 horror. That's not a big deal. 9v5. The cultist token would still hurt us, but... It's a -3, so we pass. Luke will get this one. Cannot play or commit cards to skill tests with an odd number of words in their title. What do we have to do to get rid of this? Even number. Okay. Alright, well we will discard 6 cents to get rid of that. Then we can move into the Enchanted Woods. And then next turn we'll be ready to investigate it. And then yeah, next turn he can, I guess. No. We'll go ahead and go in here. No, we'll go here. We're just going to draw a card. We're looking for icons. So, draw a card. The tower! We can't commit stuff. Okay. Not a big deal, because we'll just pay 4 resources and be done with it, since we've got gobs of resources. Alright. Tommy. We don't care about self-centered, I don't think. We're just going to draw, again, looking for scene of the crime. We'll draw Cherished Keepsake. Nice. That's 1. Draw number 2. Scene of the crime. Okay. We can get 1 clue. We'll go ahead and play Cherished Keepsake, and then we can play something like the scene of the crime next time to get that clue. Alright. Upkeep. Tommy will get a guard dog and a resource. Luke will get Deny Existence and a resource. Oh, gotta kill David. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, or 19. And we draw an encounter card. This is the first time. Draw, resource, or play. Grant cost an additional action after you successfully investigate a location instead of discarding clues discarded. Okay, that's fine. And we'll get this one. We can't commit cards to test. What's this going to do? Take 1 horror to a maximum of 3. Alright. We can't commit because we've got the tower. So we're at 6 B5. -1, so we actually pass. Nice. Okay. So he will go first. He being Luke. We'll spend. Well, we'll get 3 from David Renfield, and then we'll spend 4. So to play the tower. Cards. He will move in. So we are at 6v5, and we'll just go 75, 8v5. We're doing 6 cents, 8v5. No spooky tokens. That is half of the number of cards in your hand written up. I have 1 card in my hand. So, cool. So we get the clue. That is fantastic. Alright. It is. We'll spend. Tommy will spend 2 resources to play Scene of the Crime, which takes 2 actions because of this thing. We get 1 of the clues. And then we will investigate for our last action at 3v4 doesn't make any sense, does it? We can't clear self-centered. Do we just draw? I suppose or do we just... I'm going to have Luke go ahead and just gate box. To his location so that he can just kind of appear there. I think that'll be good. Okay. So we're back to, I think, Tommy will just draw a card. I'll draw a card. Something worth fighting for, not helpful. Okay. So this goes away. He comes here. We should get that last clue. We can move in and finish. Alright. Tommy will get emergency cash. Not really necessary. How many cards does he have in his hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And a resource. Word of protection. To do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. Is it really 18? Yeah, 18 and 19. So. Okay, no advancing. Zoog burrow. For each point you fail by, add 1 swarm to the nearest swarming Zoog enemy. If you fail, there are no such enemies. Okay, that's great. We don't care. We're going at 2v3. Okay. If you fail, it's attack or evasion. It's not. So we have to add 1 card to this guy. Alright. And then we don't want this to be an enemy. Deeper slumber. So we will spend 1 resource and take a horror, which we will put on David Renfield so that we don't accidentally go over this turn. So David Renfield is gone. His doom is gone. And this is canceled because we played Word Protection. Although I don't know how we are going to investigate this at 1 up. It's kind of a problem. See, we got time. Tommy is going to go first. He'll discard self-centered, and he'll draw a card. Oh, he gets the end of the crime. Okay, so next turn he can get this clue for sure. Great. So Luke doesn't need to bother doing anything. He'll just move the center of the path and pass the rest of his turn because we can get this last clue. Okay, it's time for upkeep. Tommy will get a lucky. He's definitely going to have to discard the cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll get rid of 2 cards. We'll get rid of the 2 enchanted blades. If it comes down to it, we'll just play Becky. Okay, and Luke gets a word of protection and a resource. And we are at That's 16 doom, 16 and 19 doom. Feels much better than where we were before. Okay, we get Dreamer's Curse for Tommy. And we really don't care. But let's see, what can we commit to this? Something worth fighting for is worth 2. And we got luckies. So yeah. So we'll just go to 3, 4, 5. We're going at, I mean, whatever. If we take damage, we take damage. We're at 5v5. Alright, half the number of cards in your hand, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so that's 4. So we fail by a lot. We take 3 damage, which is fine. We'll just take we'll take it right on him. There's really no point in committing that card, actually. Okay. And then Luke will get... Okay, put Dreamlands Eclipse into play next to the agenda deck. When you initiate an investigation, you must either take one horror. Okay, no. We're not going to be investigating, we're just playing Scene of the Crime. So, yeah. So he'll spend 2 resources, Tommy will, to play Scene of the Crime, which takes 2 actions because we still have this prismatic phenomenon there. But we'll play Scene of the Crime. We get 1 clue, and then we will move up, and we will advance, spending 10 clues, which lets us read the final act. So let's do that. Okay. As you near the edge of the woods, more of the rodent-like creatures emerge, swarming out of the burrows and honeycombed trees. Soon the whole forest is alive with them. They surround you and chitter in a language you somehow understand. Intruders, they are with the cats. New dreamers. No, they followed the black cat. But the black cat is not here. We are many, they are few. Several of them emit a low growls as they begin to close in. Just then you hear a human voice call out, "What is the meaning of all of this?" The owner of the voice is a blond young man with an unfazed expression. He is flanked by a pack of angry cats, each of whom falls into step beside him, save for the one scarred old cat who takes the lead. You realize that the man speaks not to you, but to the creatures all around you, who slink backward as they are scolded. Then, to your ever-growing surprise, the scarred cat speaks. Your tribute is late. The investigators must decide. Choose one. Step back and watch this surreal scene play out, or interrupt the scarred cat and handle this yourself. I think these guys feel in control of things. They're going to say, we want to handle this ourselves. And there's a big interlude. We're not going to go through it all. But I'd say this is a fairly good victory for our 2 investigators. And let's see how many we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 victory points. Well, I am happy with 13 victory points. I think that is pretty good. I think these guys performed really well. And we have 13 victory points going into, these are like double victory points that you would normally get because there's only 4 scenarios in this campaign. So, and of course, Luke will have an extra upgrade spell to get. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Hope you guys have enjoyed this first look at the Dream Eaters campaign, and we will be continuing on soon with Mandy and Tony in the real world. So, see you next time on Winging It.